Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
For now, in Nigeria at large, defections is as the same thing as living a life. It has become part of us, so it's no longer news, it's just a trend. And you all know that when a ruling party is almost coming to an end, like that of APC, everybody want to join there. And you know that very soon from now, the fallout will equally tell you that there is need for opposition, because a society like Nigeria, we can't just, it's not possible that we'll have one party system. So the trend, we should even be more, we should be expecting more defection. But I can tell you, there is no family, there is no community, there is no unit that has no PDP in their mind, running in their blood and spirit. Even in the APC, we have 80% or 90% members of ardent PDP members flowing in their spirit. So we don't have a problem with that. But we believe that PDP, especially in Cross River State, we are still intact, in spite of the fact that we have small internal disagreement, which by God's grace, in a week time, all will be resolved. And we chant our way forward. A lot of members are coming back from the same APC back to us. So it won't be a challenge to us, because at the right time, what is expected will be done and it will be achievable. Well, at an issue, we should even consider the foundation of the eligibility of our candidates and our political parties. We don't have such institution to effect it. And so everybody does and operate the way they feel like. As long as the power, the umpire, the ruling party, or either the president or the governor, and whoever is in charge at that point, who manages and influences with the resources that is supposed to be a collective one, they operate at will. So for now, until we get there, and getting there, that is why we are emphasizing and equally encouraging our legislature, the National Assembly, to enforce the electoral reform. And you know, the impossibility is that you can't walk or speak against yourself. The people who are saddled with this responsibility are already afraid of the masses. And you can't expect them to do anything that will keep them out from being in power. So until, as we continue to yearn as Nigerians, we continue to pray and equally show more commitment. And for us to achieve that, we should look beyond what has transpired in the past, like in 2023, and ensure we see come back together and speak in one voice. The APC cannot rig election without the masses. The electorate is a human being. I mean, the returning officers. The police officers are human beings. They are not even the direct Tinubu team or whatever APC. They are all human beings. Even ordinary out delegates who are being induced to manipulate or announce wrong result, they are not even part of it. So all of us will form part of the reformation. The policeman who is suffering, the university lecturer, a professor who will rig an election and still turn back and begin to issue a strike up and down. So which direction are we going to? And at the end of it, the INEC office stops. The economic situation and setbackness in the country today is touching, he has left nobody untouched. And in the process and the procedures of election, it involves everybody. Tinubu can't be in my polling unit. It is still you and I that is suffering now that will be used. So until when Nigerians will wake up and say, this thing, we must put it right. That you collect 5,000 naira, 2,000 naira, without even knowing that the 1,000 naira is for the 4 years, the 5,000 naira is for the 5 years. You collect such kind of paltry cash, and at the end of it, you suffer for a whole 4 years. So I think the citizens need much orientation. We need to synthesize our people the more, especially in the rural area. That look, you don't need these claims, all this temporal engagement and inducement. Stand firm. A lot of students have been dropouts. Some they cannot longer encourage their children to go to school because of the economy, and they will still go back and collect 3,000 naira and vote wrong people. Until the politicians knows that their power, their eligibility, and their return, and their position, and their maintenance of their offices lies on the citizen, we can't make a headway. Like the case of the Bayelsa State governor's defection. I think at some point I was discussing with one of my colleagues that I want to take on a research about what President Tinubu is telling them. It's a researchable topic that will even interest Nigerians. What is the APC telling people? What is the president telling people? Telling a governor who is doing well, telling a senator who is doing well, who is rooted, who is down to earth. You have the people. Is it that there are some things, certain things that they have put their hands that the president can intimidate them with? Or is it anything, is there anywhere they meet and they tell them something that Nigerians are not aware of? Because like somebody told me, say, he never expected what he just heard. That as far as Cross River North is concerned, Jarigbe can win anytime, any day. And you know this party, the consequence of this one-party system, it weakens the institution, the already existing, if at all there is. There should be some level of competition so that the masses will benefit. Now, to your tent, O Israel. So, it's a challenge that we, as Nigerians, the electorate, we need to be bothered, to be worried, to know what is the story, what are they really telling them. Because you can't see a grown-up man like that who will just wake up one day, like what happened in Bayelsa, even of recent. And the worst part of it, they will just wake up without consulting their electorate. And you just see them, they have defected. So it's something, there's a question mark there that we need to verify. We need to know what is, even I don't know if that scenario will happen to me tomorrow. And I just wake up and say I've defected. So I want to know so that I'll be guided through whatever that happens. If you have a good history of politics and political participation and election in Nigeria, you will really know that there is no single political party that you can now vouch for and say this party has no issue. Because when everybody is moving to one political party, so all the problems will be there. And the positions, if it's House of Assembly, still remain one for each constituency. If it's House of Rep, you are going to meet people who already have more than 5 people who have interest on the same position. And so the tussle, the power show is going to be much. The competition is going to be deadly internally.
Inside the Niger Delta,